Greetings, everybody. I'm Father J.J. Meck. I'm the rector here at the Cathedral of the Most Blessed Sacrament here in Detroit, also known as the Cathedral of the Arts. I'm joined with our cohort, our deacon here at the Cathedral, Deacon Michael Van Dyke, and also you might see my dog Annie, who's wandering around. I didn't want to put her back in the rectory. But what we thought we'd talk to you about today, to let you know all the wonderful stuff we have here at this cathedral, are vestments. So we want to teach you about what's going on with the different vestments that we as clergy wear for these wonderful liturgies, but the specific ones we have here at the cathedral. We're in our main sacristy, which is historic, and we have a beautiful description up on the wall of all the different prayers that in Latin of the priests that as they put on the different vestments and what they would pray previously when they would vest. And the deacon tells me what? What do we know that's in this little list up there?
A small typo.
There's a mistake, and so we're not perfect. And so thank you for forgiving our little flubs in these videos and that we're sinners, but God loves us. But there's a purpose to vestments. So Deacon Mike, tell us about what are these vestments all about? Which ones do I wear? Do deacons wear? All that stuff.
Father, there's a couple things about vestments. One is that it is to distinguish us from our everyday life to our time in the liturgy, so that there's a separation there, that we're not there serving as ourselves, but in the person of Christ, in the persona Christi. And so these vestments are intended to distinguish our everyday clothing from the liturgical clothing for the service.
Oh, okay.
The very first thing that we wear is an alb in white, which is Old Latin alba is white. Mm-hmm. It's to signify our purity as a servant of Christ. We wear a cincture around the waist. This is a symbol of charity, it's a symbol of our commitment to Christ. Typically we wear white, although we could wear the various colors for the season, the liturgical season. Okay. This is underneath us, and this goes back to ancient Roman times.
Now, before you put on the overvestment, let's talk about our stoles.
So, yes, the stoles. We've got two rose-colored stoles here. One, you will see, is the priest's stole, and that goes over the shoulders and in the front. The deacon's stole, very similar, but you'll notice there's a wire there. The deacon's stole is worn over the left shoulder to the right hip. And these are understoles because the vestments that are with them have distinguishing marks to differentiate between the priest's chasuble and the deacon's dalmatic. What we have here, and Father, I always had fun with at your expense, because when people would refer to me as Father, I would point out that I'm not, I'm a deacon, that deacons have sleeves, but priests wear ponchos. And I thought that was
not far off.
No, indeed. The chasuble originated from a poncho, rain gear that the workers would wear in the fields while they were working. And
so practical things became liturgical things. Yeah. And then let's show them off a dalmatic.
The dalmatic is with the sleeves. And up until the 8th century, bishops, priests, and deacons all wore the chasuble.
The chasuble, whereas now only
the deacons wear the dalmatic. Okay, with the sleeves.
And the one I'm holding in my right arm here is a dalmatic as well. But you notice it's a little bit fancier, a little bit of a different style. And we here at the cathedral have very historical vestments. And we laid some of them out. We've got here we have the purple or the rose one. And the reason I wanted to lay these out is I wanted to show you the beauty of these things. They are insured. Each one of them is insured for about $10,000 a piece. And you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. The reason why they are done and insured for that much is because of these beautiful artworks that are done. This is not painted. This is all done with stitching by hand, and how beautiful that is. Also, you might see the beauty of the gold in here. And if you look at the stoles that the deacon has here and these tassels, you'll see how they stand up. They have gold, literally gold, in there. There's gold wire that's made from gold that's in there, and so they're worth quite a bit of money in that regard. And each one of the vestments has a different artwork. Here we have St. John, who's symbolized, he's holding the chalice, that's his symbol, and there is a dragon coming out. Oftentimes you might see a snake coming out, and that's because they tried to poison him, and the legend has it that was turned into a snake and it came out. But this is a cope, and if you could tell us about this, Deacon.
So the cope originally was an outer garment that the clergy wore in the streets and to and from the churches, and it was referred to as a rain catcher. They typically would hang those up once they got inside, but through the course of time it became part of the vestments used outside of Mass.
And so cope is only one letter different than cape, because it kind of looks like a cape, and it latches in the front. The reason I put this gold one out is I wanted to show you the wonderful symbols of what this is all about. We're so rich with beautiful symbolism. And here we have the pelican pecking its chest and causing itself to bleed to feed its young. And there we have it on the nest, which also looks like the crown of thorns. And so the pelican is the symbol of Jesus Christ as it feeds its young, the children of God, all of us. And so as Jesus sacrificed himself and his blood poured out on the cross. So when you are at these wonderful liturgies and you are praying and your mind starts to get distracted, come back and look around and recognize there's these wonderful rich symbols that are going to keep us coming back to the Lord. So I hope you do that. Please come and visit us here at the Cathedral of the Most Blessed Sacrament. Thank you, Deacon Mike, our servant here at the Cathedral. And come visit us to the Cathedral of the Arts, and let's keep each other in prayer. God bless.